I like Sauternes mainly because there is this great competition between the various components of the wine. On the one hand, obviously, the sweetness, the ripeness, but more importantly, the acidity. So you have on the one hand richness and on the other hand freshness. And these components, when they compete, that's very interesting for me. But what is even more interesting is when, with age, they come together and yield one of the greatest wines in the world. I don't have one single individual moment of Sauternes, but I have many, many moments of Sauternes. And that's when I get lost in Sauternes or Barsac. This wonderful terrain and terroir, which reminds me of part of Tuscany, Burgundy, and sometimes even the Rhone, and sometimes with the low-lying stone walls, even of Scotland. So I have many, many great moments of Sauternes and Barsac, being lost in the region. But obviously, it doesn't bother me because I come back every year, sometimes more than once a year, to savor those lost moments in this great region. Sauternes, if it was sweet alone, it wouldn't be such a great pairing for food. But because it's sweet and fresh at the same time, it's capable of pairing with many different foods, not just the classic foie gras, but more so actually with Asian food. And this would include sweet and sour Thai food, mildly spicy Indian food, North India, and of course the great cuisines of China, Sichuan, which is very famous for its fiery spiciness, but fragrant fiery spiciness. But also the more delicate dishes, if you select well, where sometimes it's a touch of sourness, acidity, just a little dash of spiciness, they go very well. But personally, I prefer to drink my Sauternes as its own just dessert, on its own. When I'm listening to a favorite piece of music, reading a book or the newspaper, or just looking at the scenery, Sauternes for me is that special. My favorite music is the Chinese ching, which is a 7-string flat wooden instrument, sometimes called the lute, but it isn't the lute. It's for me the soul of musical Chinese culture. And the ching, which is I once described for a CD by a performer as the loneliest sound in the world. When I drink Sauternes or a great single malt or another great spirit, it's a very, very personal and almost perhaps a bit too indulgent moment. But sometimes you need these moments. For me, a great wine, a great piece of music, a great painting, it has no time. It's not modern, it's not old, it's not new, it's not avant-garde. It's always something special, which we need. So Sauternes represents for me great relevance, important legacy, and for me, because I drink it, and it will be drunk for eternity. So it stays forever relevant. Some people might call it modern. Other people think it's conservative. I don't really care. It's a relevant heritage of great wines.